Stephen and the Fisherman, A Journey Across the Ocean. Chapter 1, The Dream of the Sea. Stephen had always been fascinated by the ocean. Growing up in the coastal village of Seabreeze, he would spend hours watching fishermen return with their boats, their nets full of fish and their faces weathered by the sea breeze. He often dreamed of setting sail and experiencing the vastness of the ocean, but his parents always warned him about its dangers. One man in the village, Captain Elias, was known for his experience and wisdom. He had spent over 40 years at sea and had seen everything from peaceful waters to monstrous storms. One evening, Stephen approached him. "Captain Elias, I want to learn about the sea. Will you take me on a voyage?" The old fisherman studied the young boy's eager face and finally nodded. "The ocean is not just water, Stephen. It's a teacher. If you are willing to learn, meet me at dawn." Chapter 2, Setting Sail. The next morning, Stephen arrived at the dock, excited but nervous. Elias' boat, the Ocean Spirit, was ready. It was a sturdy wooden vessel, small but strong enough to handle the unpredictable sea. "Remember, Stephen," Elias said as they set sail, "the ocean rewards patience and punishes arrogance." As they left the shore behind, Stephen felt a mix of excitement and fear. The waves rocked the boat gently, and the salty wind brushed his face. Elias began teaching him the basics: how to steer the boat, read the wind, and tie strong knots. "A good sailor respects the ocean," he said. "Never take it for granted." Chapter 3, The Beauty of the Ocean. As they sailed deeper into the sea, Stephen saw wonders he had never imagined. A pod of dolphins leaped beside the boat, their playful splashes filling him with joy. Seagulls soared above, diving into the water for fish. "Do you see that?" Elias pointed to the horizon. "That's the true freedom of the ocean. No boundaries, no walls, just endless possibilities." Stephen took it all in, realizing that the ocean was more than just waves and water. It was alive, full of secrets and surprises. At night, the sky was covered with millions of stars, reflecting on the dark water. "This is how sailors navigate," Elias explained, pointing to the North Star. "Long before maps, the stars guided us." Stephen listened intently, fascinated by how the ocean had its own language and rules. Chapter 4, The Test of the Storm. The next day, dark clouds began gathering on the horizon. Elias' face grew serious. "A storm is coming. We must prepare." The wind picked up, and waves grew larger. Stephen's heart pounded as the boat rocked violently. Rain poured down in sheets, and thunder roared across the sky. "Hold on to the ropes," Elias shouted. Stephen did as he was told, gripping tightly as the boat struggled against the furious sea. For hours, they battled the storm. Stephen felt fear creeping in, but Elias remained calm, steering the boat with expert hands. Then, as quickly as it had come, the storm passed. The sea calmed, and the sun broke through the clouds. Stephen collapsed onto the deck, exhausted. "That was terrifying," Elias chuckled. "And now you know the truth. The ocean is beautiful, but it demands respect." Chapter 5, A Mysterious Island. As they regained their strength, Elias pointed ahead. "Look, Stephen. An island." The storm had pushed them off course, and they now found themselves near a small, uncharted island. They decided to anchor the boat and explore. The island was untouched, with golden sand, lush green trees, and a freshwater spring. Stephen wandered deeper and found strange carvings on rocks, possibly made by sailors from long ago. "This place has stories," Elias murmured. Perhaps a shipwrecked crew once survived here. They gathered fresh fruits and water, taking in the peaceful beauty of the island, before preparing to leave. Chapter 6: The Journey Home. With supplies replenished, they set sail again. The journey back was smoother, and Stephen felt more confident. He had faced the sea's fury, seen its wonders, and learned its lessons. As they neared Seabreeze, Stephen realized he had changed. He was no longer just a boy dreaming of the ocean, he was now someone who understood it. When they reached shore, Stephen's family rushed to greet him. His mother hugged him tightly, relieved he was safe. Elias patted his shoulder. You have the heart of a sailor now, Stephen. Never forget what the ocean taught you. Stephen nodded, knowing that this journey was just the beginning. The ocean had called him, and he had answered. Conclusion: The lessons of the sea. Stephen's journey was more than an adventure, it was a lesson in courage, patience, and respect for nature. The sea had tested him, shown him its beauty and danger, and given him knowledge that no book could teach. And as he stood on the shore, watching the waves roll in, he knew one thing for certain: the ocean was now a part of him, forever. The end.
Please subscribe for more practicing English by informative content.